When we last left our heroes, I guess there are corpses everywhere, and Scratch was able to pull together, find a Shek warrior to help out carrying around his legless friend. Now, it's time to get a robotic leg, at least try to figure out where one would be. We need to make some fucking money. I mean, Crep can go buy food for himself if we leave him here. So here's what we're gonna do. Crep, we're putting you in the hut. To my knowledge, there should be like a hive right here. So y'all are gonna start journeying. Why the fuck is this bitch so slow? Tweedledee and Tweedledum headed their way to the way station to find a new robotic leg for Crep, but this wouldn't come without its own trials and tribulations. Alright, we have a little bit of a situation here.
You dare try and run from me.
Yeah.
Alright, Scratch is gonna run away. I think Ruka fights here.
Hand over yo.
Cocky cocksack.
Hey, just a minute, you! Them's fighting words!
Yeah, them's fighting words.
Scratch is running away. Scratch found a group of nomads. Scratch is getting some good XP here. Alright, Scratch is down. Hopefully these nomads help him out.
Oh, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way.
Holy shit. There's more bandits. Well, this is bad. Get over to him quick, Ruka. What the fuck? Alright, well, we're gonna have to load that one up. Scratch, you gotta attack him. Get him out of there. Good shit.
Through that paper, your mom's a hoe.
What the fuck? Well, that didn't go well.
Where are you, you sack of shit?
Much like their mentor, they did not know how to fight. They took ass beating after ass beating on their way to find him a leg. So a few more swings later, Scratch and Ruka found themselves sleeping with the fucking pebbles in the dirt.
Alexa, what is this rash between my legs?
With one more ass beating in the book, Scratch patched himself up, picked up his bitch, and he headed back to home. Well, the closest thing they have to home. And within 50 feet of the front gate, Scratch's leg finally gave out. Crep, you're needed. For the first time in a while, you're needed. God damn, this shit's going bad. The gang was going to need a little bit more training if they wanted to make a difference or any progress. To help deal with this embarrassment, Crep went into the bar and trained his throat on some Michelob Ultras and tequila shots. Meanwhile, the gang rested themselves up and got their ass beat again. At least on the way back, Scratch found some dead animals that he could sell for some monies. And within a matter of minutes, the gang went from a little under 5 grand to almost 10 grand in the bank. This is enough to buy a leg and an arm. They cooked and packed up some dog meat and headed out for what they would consider their third attempt at finding a limb for Crep, which, if we took back all the saves, it probably would have been the 16th attempt. Nevertheless, after a long trek, they finally arrived at the Vein, home of Crep's ancestors, the Hivers, world renowned for having shitty limbs for shittier people.
Fine. The Hivers may seem harmless annoying, but don't let that fall while you...
Crep is pretty harmless. Oh, we made it. Oh my god, there's beak things. To Scratch and Ruka, these long-necked dingaloids were a more than welcome sign, as that just meant more money in their pockets. As Ruka would help kill them, Scratch would rip the meat from their bones. Are they fighting? Holy shit.
What's good, Nyuka?
It's going down over here.
Welcome, No Hive.
Yes! Crep needs a left leg.
I know Kung Fu.
At last, these two useless turds have made some fucking progress and have found a leg for Crep. They stuck around to sell some hide as well as to do some training on some more dinosaurs.
Rawr.
They grabbed two heavy-ass corpses and then began on their way back to their leader. This would help them with doing some strength training. And just as things seemed to be going too well in normal fashion, they had to find a way to fuck it up, so... Stumbling upon a group of hungry bandits, Ruka took this as a chance to train some assassination and melee skill. Unfortunately for these two idiots, these bandits were training whoop ass and spit on it skill.
I'm joking! Stop!
Well, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Luckily, that's true in this game. Hell yeah. Boom. Crep can walk again. At least now he's a member of the fucking team. First order of business for Crep was to start some shit he can't finish.
Scrum Orm.
You really thought you ate?
Well, I guess Ruka's going down.
You fucking idiot. You fucking moron. How am I supposed...
The team was getting dumber by the day. They had about 3/4 of a fucking brain. So Scratch decided he was going to go get that extra quarter and squint and find somebody else who can help. We need another Shek warrior or something. Somebody with some muscle. He first headed into the bar where he met Ruka. Not satisfied with anybody in there, he went to the one across the street.
What the fuck do you want?
After some time, he found a grizzly man named Kang. Scratch threw $6 grand at him, and he became the missing piece of the puzzle. Holy shit, Kang's getting ganged up on. But Kang wasn't an ordinary Shek. He trained in the ways of kick ass and fucking take names. Let's see. They're kind of ganging up on him.
Don't touch him!
Good shit, boys. Let's go bond over some cactus rum. Meanwhile, Scratch is still in Squid trying to find a new weapon for Kang, and also for Ruka.
Yoink!
I think now all there is to do is just fucking train. Go try to find some stuff to beat up. Aha! We've made it. Now it's time for these fucks to really start training. If they wanted to fight stronger enemies, they were going to need some help.
Alright, thumbs up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy!
give you SEO Caden credits if you want the olive.
Fuck no. Now with all that training done, the boys and Ruka were ready to go do some more exploring throughout the world of Kenshi and find new wares, new weapons, and new armor.
I'm dying. Help me.
God damn. Crep and his crew set foot from the border zone all the way to Orakan's Gulf, keep an eye out for land of the Holy Nation, or Unholy Nation. Either one is fine, I guess. I think they think that they're holy, but according to Crep, they're not holy.
Why are you gay?
What the fuck happened? Well, I didn't know that was gonna happen. Because of the Holy Nation's disdain for bugs, Scratch was gonna have to go in. He was not a bug, but he does have that
dog in me.
Divine blessings to you. The only divine blessing he was bringing was thievery, which he was swiftly caught for doing. Get out of there, Scratch. He did not get out of there. But, from the inside of his cage, he was able to lockpick and get his way out from there, and then further steal some more bullshit from around the town, until eventually reuniting with his friends and Crep, who finally was released from his sentence outside of the gates.
I'm not going back to jail!
Eventually, Crep and the gang made their way back to the border zone. Here, they could safely sell their wares without having to worry about any inconveniencing from racists, even though Crep is pretty racist towards his own kind and hates them despicably.
Welcome to the China Club.
He was so loaded.
The mercenary's contract would only last 2 days, and with limited time left on the contract, he thought it'd be a good idea to have them come down to the Hive Village with him, so that they could gain some XP on some beak things that may attack. Crep and the gang, now experts in beak thing demolition.
He's in the water.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Well, he just lost his other leg. Now we gotta get a right fucking leg.
Thank you, kind sir.
Not a damn thing on this planet is gonna keep Crep down for more than fucking 10 minutes. He's lost one leg, he can lose another. One thing he did lose was access to this building, once his brethren realized he was the bug Crep. Nobody wants that trash inside of their home. What the hell? What are they doing with Crep? Oh, they threw him out. And from there, the boys made their way home. Money in their pockets, and well-earned combat skill and toughness. Crep had come a long way from a bug on the wall, the pest in the town that he calls home. Now he's a pest with 3 other retards following him. But soon enough, it was going to be more than just 3.
What the dog doing?
Crep and the gang made their way to the same way station that Crep had to crawl to in the first episode. With all the extra money, Crep decided he was going to get a new and improved leg to replace the stick he has on his stump. In the meantime, Ruka's in the bar looking for another compatriot to follow them along. She stumbles across another bug boy named Silvershade. You're kidding me, right? This place is a prison, an illusion! And it's a miracle I ever broke free. Growing accustomed to something, like the brainless crowds of Hive, isn't the same as missing something. Do I want him? I don't feel like I want him.
Let me in, please.
Listen, you know what? I'll help you pay for your debt. Silver Shade. And so Silver Shade joined the team, with the only stipulation being that he would have to find his own gear.
Top 10 Gooby Woobies. Number 10 we got Goopoo Loopoo. He's hella funny. Then we got Stoopoo Doopoo. What a goat. Then we got Goopy. He's a menace. Don't let his appearance fool you. Then we got TJ Crean. What a beast. Then we got Mr. Denmark. Love him. No list is complete without Glub Tubbis Weppel. Then we got Mr. Dubstep.
He actually did it.
Then we got Aaron. And this guy.
Ambulance! Call an ambulance!
Silver Shade then went over to the victim and stole his gubbins. A nice sword, a nice headset, some good armor. He couldn't put a shirt on though, his chest was too fucked up.
Good googly moogly.
And at this point, the boys consisted of 2 Shek warriors, 2 piece of shit bugs, and 1 human with nothing but thieving in his heart. The boys were looking set, and it was time for them to prosper, with their leader at the helm of the operation. Join us next time to see what limb Crep loses next, left or right arm.